Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a first impression style video on Makeup Addiction Cosmetics as a brand on the products that they sent. This isn't going to be a full first impressions video because I don't have any foundation, concealer, etc. I'm really working with mostly eyeshadows. There are some highlighters and I do have eyeshadow pigments as well. Kind of just going over the brand and showing you guys and trying them out myself because I've never tried anything from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics before and I'm excited. Let me see where you can buy their products. It looks like you can buy it off of their website, makeupaddictioncosmetics.com. I don't see that you're able to purchase it anywhere else. If that's wrong, I'll try to figure that out somewhere or put it in the description or something like that. But they're kind of mid-range prices. Looks like they're sold in euros as well, so I would imagine this is a UK-based brand. Jack, or Makeup by Jack, or Jack Emery, however you know of him. I believe he's who I heard of this brand from. And I don't know if he talks about them a lot, but I remember when I got this package, I was like, I feel like Jack has talked about them before. So today, I'm just going to use some of the products, do an eye look for you guys, let you know my thoughts if I think that the prices are worth it. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You guys can also follow me on all my other social media stuff if you guys want to stay up to date with me. Everything is RawBeautyKristi, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram though. Those are the two that you want to be at. And without further ado, let us try some Makeup Addiction Cosmetics. They sent over 2 eyeshadow palettes. These actually, I was a little surprised. So we first got here, this is the Makeup Addiction Smoked Out palette. This is what it looks like here. The packaging's all right. Open it up and that is what we're looking at as far as colors. So really pretty. That blue is amazing. I feel like a lot of times in pan, these type of colors look so good, but swatched, they're a little bit of a different story. So we'll see in just a moment. This is the Meadow palette. Ooh. And those are the 2 eyeshadow palettes that they sent. They also sent over a few pigments, so let's take a look at those. Those are loose eyeshadows, basically, if you don't know. So let's see what colors we've got here. Ooh. Oh. That is stunning. So I've used a gold pigment on my channel not that long ago. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Such a vibrant gold. I don't even think the camera can do justice to how gold this really is. That's the color Gold Digger. Cashmere Rose. Mermaid Blues. Don't judge my nails right now, okay? They're not painted. Sweet Kiss. Venetian Gold. Ooh, that's cool. It's like a greeny gold. Ooh, it's like got a shift to it. Copper Tone. Oh yeah, bitch. Golden Rose. Ooh, this one. Oh, it's called Gold Rush. The camera can't even do justice to how stunning this color is. I'm 100% using this today. Oh, I wish the camera could pick up the beauty of this shadow. It's like a white pearlescent gold pigment. Ooh, this one's like a yellow-green duochrome shift, which is called Marbled Lime. Ooh, this one kind of spilled out a little bit, but I can tell it's so stunning. As you can see, like, this one is called Antique Bronze. Definitely spilled out a little bit, but that is so beautiful. It's like a true copper. And this one is called Gold Diamond, and this one's like a dark gold. Ooh. Wow, these look really pretty. I want to start using pigments a little bit more because when I used them in my Following a Jaclyn Hill makeup tutorial, which I will link up here, really showed me that I'm missing out on not using pigments. I used to use them all the time and I have a huge drawer full, but I'm excited to give these a go because these are stunning, specifically this Gold Rush. I want to do a style of makeup look today. Lately, I have been obsessed with Rocio's looks on Instagram, Twitter mostly because let's be real, that's where I am all the time. Rocio does some of the most beautiful shaped eye looks where they are so vibrant in color, and then she does like this gorgeous V of shimmer in the center, and so I want to do that today. And so I watched one of her tutorials, figure out how she's going to do it. I will link her either up here if I can, do it in the description as well. Rocio is such a talented makeup artist. Her eye looks are like second to none. So beautiful, so unique in shape, and they all have a really unique twist to them. She does the bright inner corner with the star. I don't have a star to do that with today, so I won't be doing that. Let's get going. Rocio doesn't seem to use a lot of transition shades, so I kind of like that. I want to give it a try the way that she does. So I've already primed my eyelids with like a lighter, whiter base, and I've patted it out, but I did not set my eyelids with powder because I want the base to be slightly sticky. Makeup Addiction also sent over a bunch of brushes, and I'm going to be giving these a go today, but the shape of these is so great as far as like this taper goes, and it's nice and small and can get into those portions of the eye that I really want to get into. So I'm really pleased with the way that a lot of these look. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade here. This is the shade Dusk from the Meadow palette. And I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Addiction tapered blender brush. Not a ton of kick up at all. Okay. Glad I'm doing my eyes first. My goodness, that is what pigmentation is. That is really pigmented. These eyeshadows almost have a scent to them. Not in a good way though. I am getting a little bit of shedding with this brush. And I'm using the Makeup Addiction Expert Blender just to blend out the edges so there's a nice gradient. Yeah, you can see the little hairs are definitely shedding on my face, which is not uncommon when you first whip out a new brush, but it's not ideal. Look at how much these brushes are shedding. All right, so this is a 16-piece brush set for $85. That brings these to $5.31 a brush, which is a really good deal, but it is kind of expensive for a full brush set. But honestly, it's not terrible, and I've seen a lot of brush sets more expensive. However, these do have quite a bit of shedding so far, and I'm not impressed with that. So let's take a look here. Some brushes feature synthetic fibers, whilst others are made of natural hair, it says here. Okay, so I don't know which are which. That's gonna be tough to know. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the other palette. This is the Smoked Out palette, and I'm gonna dip into this red shade here, and I'm going to kind of bring that further down into the crease area. These pans are absolutely huge too, so you get a nice amount of product in each eyeshadow, so that's always good. Colors are really pigmented, like wow. I'm really impressed with the pigmentation. They're blending out really nicely. I love the shape of these brushes. Regardless of the fallout of them, the shape is perfect for me. How tapered they are, and they fit right into your crease without being too fluffy. I like these eyeshadows a lot. This is the Makeup Addiction Small Tapered Blender. God, I love these. The shape of these is everything I've ever wanted. I'm going to take that same red shade and I'm going to tap it on the inner and outer corners of my lid so that those are covered. I'll go back over these later, but I just want them to have pigment on them. I really feel like Rocio, how she said to use a really white colored base and then not set it with powder, so just leave it kind of sticky. It made a huge difference as far as eyeshadow application goes. So I'm gonna start doing this from now on. I'm not gonna be setting with powder because I do feel like that gives you a much more diffused eye look. Now I'm going to take a light colored concealer and I'm going to pack it onto a brush and I'm going to carve out my crease, but in a different way. This is the one I used the other day from Furless Cosmetics, the It's Likely Makeup collaboration, the Pro 4M. We're doing that cut crease thing, but it's just in the center like that. They call it a spotlight cut crease, but I call it the Rocio cut crease because it definitely V's down. Like she said, leave this bottom part empty because it's all V up here. This is literally like following a Rocio makeup tutorial without actually following the tutorial because I already watched it, so you guys aren't gonna say that. Okay, so we've got like that little V going on right now. And I'm gonna take the shade Gold Rush and oh my God. This is gonna be so pretty. I already know. And I'm not even going to, because this is a sticky base, I'm not even gonna add anything. I'm just going to tap it over the top. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So that's the little inside of the eye thingy going on. And then what she does is she takes a smaller tapered-y brush and goes in with the colors over the edge. I'm gonna go with the orange. Is it perfect? No. Do I still like it? Yes. Does it look kind of strange? Yes. But like kind of in a good way, but like kind of in a I didn't do my best job kind of way. I want to use a pair of these Makeup Addiction lashes. However, I'm going to be very honest with you. These are not my style of lashes. I'll show you. This is Parisian Glam. I don't know. And this isn't me trying to be a dick or anything, but I always say I'll stay honest on my channel. They look like, look at these. They're not even stuck down. They look really disappointing as far as the type of lashes that I tend to go for, which if you guys know me, you know this look can't settle for anything less than a super dramatic lash. Yeah, like they're just so, these look to me like Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm looking for lashes that are more like something like this versus something like this. So I could use them, but I just know they're gonna look really minimalistic. So before I do my lashes, I wanna add a little brow bone highlight because, you know, fuck it. What I really wanna do is use this. This is the Light Reflecting Loose Powder. So to me, this is a powder highlight. I saw this and was like, oh, they sent a loose powder like for your face. Definitely not. There's no way this is meant to go all over your face. When you see it in person, it's interesting. I'm gonna try to run it up on my brow bone, I think. And on my inner corners, maybe. I don't know how I feel about this. It's obviously shimmery pigmented, but why is it in such a big pot? Why wouldn't it also be in, I guess if it's highlighter, I don't know. All right, so I think I'm gonna pop on a pair of really dramatic lashes. I'm sorry, Makeup Addiction. I don't know if you guys have better lashes on your website. I will look just to see. Yeah, these are all of them, the 4 that they have. It'd be fine for me for a more natural day. This obviously it's not glued down at all, but for this look, it's just not, it's not right. I'm gonna go put on another pair of lashes. I'll probably come back with my foundation done as well. I'm gonna do a separate foundation review on the Pure Cosmetics stick foundation that just launched, and I will be back and we can move on to the face products, finish off the eyes, and I will let you know my final thoughts on everything, and we'll talk about pricing, etc. So I will be right back. Okay, and I am back. So I've obviously got my foundation on, my bronzer and everything is done, and I'm going to try the Makeup Addiction highlighters now to see if they are worth your money. This is what the highlighter kit looks like, and it says Holy Glow Volume 1. This is what the inside looks like. Oh, really soft. These look interesting. They seem a little chalky, if I'm being honest. I don't know if you guys can see. They don't look like crazy glowy. They look a little chalky. I'm gonna use my highlighting brush that I love, and this is the BH Cosmetics 140 brush. I think I'm gonna try this guy here, Golden Beam. It just looks like it's sitting right on top of my skin. Oh. And now it's just a white beam. This is the shade that I first swatched, the white, and this is White Diamond. It almost doesn't seem as much like a highlight as it is like, I mean, is it catching the light? I guess it is catching the light. It almost feels more like an eyeshadow where it's got a lot of pigment in it. It's not terrible, but it's definitely interesting. Maybe you just need to not dip your brush as hard because I dipped in so much on this side. Just, I don't know. I don't know if I love that formula. I try to kind of run my bronzer brush over the top of it and like hone it down a little bit. Okay, I feel like that helped a little bit actually. These are interesting. They're obviously doing their job, but I feel like the formula is just not my favorite. I'll swatch the Amrezy highlighter, which has literally 0 fallout. You couldn't make this have fallout if you tried. That one is so stunning. I love it. And then I'll swatch 2 of these next to it, like the ones that we just used. I mean, they look almost, that almost like looks impressive. But you see how these have like a light reflection? And these are almost just like a white and yellow powder. You see what I mean? They're not as reflective as they are like a pigment. I don't know if my camera can pick this up, but they're very chunky as well. So that might be a miss from me. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the highlight from this pan, this one here, and sort of use it like a luminous blush. I have a little bit of color. It's 11 euros. Hey Siri, what's 11 euros in USD? $13.61 US, 11 euros. So it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever tried, but I don't know. It's definitely not like that impressive. I'm highly impressed with the eyeshadow palette, and I love the pigments so far. Just at least the one that I've tried, and they all look, I'm sure they're all great. I've never used a pigment that's not good. So I'm gonna go in with that orange shade that we put down on our eyes, and I'm just gonna kind of fill in my lower lash line to finish off my eyes. They didn't send me any lip products, I think. I'm just gonna toss on my gloss bomb. I feel like it'll go really well with this. Yeah. Ooh, that looks beautiful with this eye look. All right, so as far as all of this makeup goes, I can definitely say eyeshadow palettes I would suggest. Now, of course, I only was able to try 3 or 4 of the different colors with this specific eye look because it's really hard. I wasn't gonna use a lot of these together. Like, this is a really pretty palette, and you can definitely create an eye look with this, but I do find like this is a color that I maybe will try to use, but this is not a color I would traditionally go for. These colors are really beautiful though, and I do feel like you can create some pretty eye looks, but I don't feel like you're gonna get super diverse with this. You probably need filler palettes as well. The pigmentation of these is stunning. Specifically the mattes, like you guys can see, it didn't take much to get them to this level at all. The Smoked Out palette, again, same situation. I think these are absolutely beautiful. I didn't get a chance to swatch these yet. Let's see. Oh, stunning. Purples are really hard. I'm gonna kind of see if, yeah, it's just tough. Like, purple doesn't always have the pigment that you wish it would. This palette is beautiful as well, but again, I did need to use both palettes to finish off my eye look. This one is probably the one I would reach for more than the other. I don't know, they're both really beautiful, and I like the pan size. Is it like that much more above and beyond any other palette? No, but it's beautiful. I feel like the eye look is really pretty. I really like it a lot. So it's kind of up to you on whether or not you find the colors appealing in the palette. I think the quality, yes, worth it. But it's up to you on whether you think you can create enough eye looks with the colors that are in these specific palettes. So let me look up the price on these pigments and see. They are 7 euros a piece, so like $8 or $9 a piece, which is kind of spendy. Or you can get them in collections. So they have like the Bedazzled collection, the Pixie Dust glitter collection. I'd probably just buy them individually so you can get the colors that you want, but if you love the way a kit looks, it might be worth it. I'm not 100% sure on that, but for me, I do really like at least this pigment that I tried today, which was the Gold Rush. So beautiful. I will 100% be using this again in the future for looks very similar to this. Lashes, I was really unimpressed with. Obviously, I'm wearing lashes that are about 6 inches long, so I clearly wasn't a huge fan of those. I think all around, decent stuff. Is it like mind-blowing? Not really. This pigment, yeah, this pigment's mind-blowing. But other than that, I feel like the stuff is good. The highlight palette, it doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look great. I feel like you can get a better bang for your buck with like the Amrezy highlighter or Ofra highlighters in general. Honestly, because this palette is so inexpensive, you may want to give it a try. Return policy: if you wish to return or exchange a product, please notify us within 15 days of receipt of product, subject to them being unused in a saleable condition. We do not accept returns of makeup and cosmetic items, including brushes, due to hygiene reasons. You don't accept returns on makeup? But it says you do makeup. Natural hair brushes may shed a little, and it's normal for them to do so. Good to know. Brush wise, I feel like the brushes are good. Again, it just says here, natural hair brushes may shed a little, and it's normal for them to do so. It is kind of annoying, but it's really not a deal breaker for me, and I like the shape of those brushes as well. Domestic orders within the UK will typically take 2 working days, sent via Royal Mail. International orders typically take 10 working days, sent via Royal Mail Business. Yeah, it's good stuff, and I'm glad that I got to try it, and thank you, Makeup Addiction, for sending this stuff my way. I don't think it's like a make or break thing, like if you're gonna miss out on life if you don't get it. Specifically that like Morphe shadows, let's say. By the way, I'm not a Morphe affiliate. I know people could get sick of hearing about it, but like let's say Morphe shadows in general, you could pretty much create this exact same look. You would probably need this pigment, and this pigment is beautiful, but it's not something that probably couldn't be duped out by another brand. So I feel pretty, and I like the way that this stuff looks. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope it was any bit helpful for you or kind of fun to watch. I know my mood's a little iffy today. People were being totally shitty pieces of asshole butt shit to me on Twitter this morning. It threw me for a loop as far as my mood goes. I shouldn't even entertain jerky people online. I really shouldn't even do it, but to be honest, sometimes it just gets to you. And sometimes when people tell you stuff about your life that is not true, they don't know anything about you, but they feel like they do, and they feel like pushing their nonsense onto you. It gets to you, even if you don't want it to. I like to be a generally really happy person, but you know, sometimes people are just shitty assholes, like an actual just asshole full of shit. I'm gonna get past it. It's all good. And I am going to definitely be using some of these other pigments in a video coming up soon. I haven't done a purple eye look in a long time, and I feel like that's something that I don't see a lot of done, and I wanna mix some cool colors. Rocio is such a huge inspiration to me with eyeshadow right now that I really just wanna go ham on some of these colors. Like even these right here, like, could you imagine an eye look with those three? Oh yeah. And then I have to use this one. I mean, that's just a given. I feel like I want to do like tutorial Tuesday and Thursday. Like I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but if I want to just like toss an extra video in that's just a tutorial, that's not me like kind of doing funny things or doing reviews or first impressions, that's just like tutorial Tuesdays and Thursdays, you guys are gonna get some makeup looks. Let me know what you guys think about that idea. Can I upload 5 days a week? Haven't been able to even get my 3, so I don't think so. But maybe I could, I don't know. What do you guys think? So thank you so much, Rocio, for the inspiration. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you so much, and I hope you guys like this video, and subscribe if you haven't. Hang out and shit on my other social medias, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! PR haul. God, my shoulders are so down. I wish they were like... I feel like I should be wearing a shirt. First impressions video on... I feel like I need to be a little brighter. Maddie? Oh my god, I can hear him. He's outside the door. He wants to not set my eyelids with concealer. Or what? Aye. That was my phone. Highly impressed with the eyeshadow palettes.